So we got the old 1635 Mahindra. Great little tractor for its size. I mean, you know, it's not a huge tractor by any means. I know there's bigger and better, and everybody's a John Deere fan and all that good stuff. But it does a great job for my needs. I mean, you know, I just got a few acres, keep the stuff bush hogged, keep the driveway scraped, that kind of thing. It's 4-wheel drive, hydrostatic with the loader. I've got a set of forks, bush hog, scrape blade. I would like to get a ripper for it because I want to redo my driveway. Everybody knows a tractor this small, you're not busting up good, you know, hard packed gravel with just a bucket or anything. You need a little ripper, need something to scrape it up with. And I may get the box blade that has the ripper shanks. I'm not sure. I've got like an angle scrape blade now. But and it does good for, you know, leveling stuff up. But, you know, each implement has its purpose for sure. I bought this thing new almost 2 years ago. Kind of a impulse buy. I always wanted a tractor. Kept looking at used tractors, and you know, a lot of people wanted almost new prices for used tractors. I didn't want something that I'm on the road enough that I don't want to have to come home and work on it to use it. You know, I could have bought something really cheap. So I was kind of in the point, like, if I buy something kind of late model, we're still looking at only just a few $1,000s difference than buying brand new. And stuff that was really low hours, but still had some age on it, like 10 years old. I mean, you know, hydraulic lines are starting to rot, tires are starting to rot, this and that. And, you know, at $5,000 difference, I'm not rich. I was going to have to finance it regardless. So, you know, or finance part of it anyway. So I just kind of looked at the fact of, hell, let's just go buy something new and get it under warranty and all that. I've only had one problem with it. The hydraulic pump for the loader had to be rebuilt, and it was 3 months out of warranty. I drug ass. I'm not a mechanic, but I mean, I'll service my own stuff, do my own stuff. So, like, while it was under warranty, the first service is like the big service. I was like, you know, I'm just going to take it to the dealer. It'll look better if there's a warranty issue later down the line, and from here on out, I'll service it. So I told him, I said, I don't think the loader, and I'm used to a lot bigger equipment. I grew up on heavy equipment. You know, I've ran, you know, 966, 988 rubber tire loaders, old 345 BL excavators, D8Rs, you know, D7Hs, stuff like that. So, you know, this is a little bitty tractor compared to that. And, you know, so I was like, I understand it's a small tractor. It's not what I'm used to, but I don't think it'll lift what it should. So check the hydraulic pressure on the loader. So they came back and said, you know, it's a very small dealership. Like, the salesman gets active with the service side also, and there's only one salesman. I mean, it's a very small place, and they offered me the best deal out of 3 different Mahindra dealers I contacted. When I researched and knew what I wanted, they ultimately were like $3,500 to $4,000 cheaper right off the rip. And he was like, I'm non-negotiable on my prices, but this is my price. And I was like, hey, I'm down. Let's do it. I was actually in like New Mexico or something when I had to email the paperwork back over for the financing and all that. And, you know, he got real active with the deal, and I was like, come on, dude. I mean, it was about 3 months out of warranty, and I get it. I mean, you know, if they do that for one, they do it for all. I get it. A year on that part, because the powertrain has like a 7-year warranty. 5 or 7, I honestly can't remember. I'd have to look at the paperwork. But the loader's a separate attachment, like with a 1-year warranty, and it has a separate pump for the loader, separate hydraulic pump. So, I mean, they got my pump rebuilt. We talked about a new pump versus rebuilding that one. He's like, you're looking at 3 times the cost. And they ate a little bit of labor to help me out. Probably, you know, they did okay. I'm not disappointed, and let's put it this way. I'm not like overwhelmed, pleased, but I'm not disappointed either. I mean, they really stepped up. But I mean, other than that, I've had no issues. I mean, I'm religious about PM work and oil changes and stuff with my Peterbilt, my pickups. all that stuff. And I slipped around and went about 25 hours over on the first service on this. And, you know, I messed around. It was due about before the warranty was up. So if I would have taken it on time, it's my own fault. I mean, if I would have taken it on time, then I could have got that pump warranted. But I mean, it costs a little bit of money, but I mean, it is what it is. Other than that, it's been a great tractor. Like I said, I went over on the first service, and it still had not used a drop of oil. I mean, everything else has been flawless. The only other thing I had, I developed a little bit of a hydraulic leak and looked at it and literally put a wrench on the line and turned it around, and it's not leaked since. I mean, just a little fluke from the factory, you know, so. I mean, it happens, and that's with anything. I don't care if it's Ford, Chevy, John Deere, Mahindra, Caterpillar, it doesn't matter. Peterbilt, Kenworth, Freightliner, Volvo, it doesn't matter. Shit like that's going to happen. But I'm not any kind of sponsor for Mahindra. I mean, I'm passing it on to the consumer. If you're a homeowner and got a couple acres, and if you're looking for a good tractor option, they're solid. I mean, hell, I've actually cleared some pretty big trees with it and kind of impressed myself with it. At one point, was scared I was going to bend the bucket because I was pushing a tree over. I mean, it's crazy. It does a good job. My dad uses it, sticks the forks on it, and uses it for a sawmill to saw shorter logs into blocks for a pipe company and different things that would normally be waste, and it goes to good use. He actually wouldn't use it, and then finally when I just took it to his house, I mean, he lives 100 yards from me, took it to his house, just left it and gave him the extra key, and it sat there for days, and he finally like really needed it one day and got on it, and now it's like I have to call him and ask him to borrow my tractor, which I don't mind. That's my dad, you know, he's always been great to me. So yeah, I need his rubber tire backhoe to dig up a stump. I just go over there and get it, you know. I mean, it's crazy, but he's just a real stickler on, I don't want to borrow anything. I might tear it up. If you do, you're going to make it right. It doesn't matter. I mean, you're going to fix it, pay to fix it, whatever. I don't care. I mean, you clothed and fed my little ass when I was a kid. So, you know, use my damn tractor. Come get my dually and hook your gooseneck. Do whatever the hell you need to do. Come get my Peterbilt. I don't care. You know, he taught me my work ethic. And that right there is way beyond the price of a tractor, a pickup truck, any of that shit. It's like, let's do it.